Okay, Kyle Busch has joined us. He drives the number 18 M&M's Halloween Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing this weekend. He's fourth in points. He's got 4 victories on the season, and comes into Talladega. Kyle, I know you've won here before because I saw it. Yes, you do have one win, 1 top 5 and 2 top 10s here at Talladega. But I understand you got an announcement you'd like to make, so go right ahead. And then maybe talk about racing here at Talladega.
Certainly, thank you. On behalf of myself and Kyle Busch Motorsports, it's just a subtle little announcement that KBM is transitioning into the Nationwide Series next year. We will race a full funded team for the championship. And I can't announce any further details besides that it'll be a Toyota. And, we're excited about it. It's a great opportunity for myself and for the Kyle Busch Motorsports organization, for everybody there that's there now that we have on the line to hire to bring over in order to foresee that program being successful. And, we're excited. So it's a great day for us. Crew chief, sponsors, drivers, all that stuff will be announced at a later time. But wanted to get it out there before J-Ski, so we did it. That was good.
Talk about racing at Talladega, Cal.
All right. Talladega's fun. It's certainly it's got its own aspect of challenges. I'm sure many drivers have led into the reasons of those, just with all the unknowns around this place. But it's exciting. It is certainly its own form of racing, and it's almost its own form of motorsports when you come to these places that we have, with the draft being as important as it is, with whether or not it's a spread out draft with 43 cars of it, or whether it's tandem drafting. It's certainly nothing else that you see anywhere besides right here in Daytona and Talladega.
Okay, we'll take questions now, and we'll start over here with Jenna, then we'll go to Bob, and then to Tom.
Jenna Fryer, AP. I know you said transitioning into, so that there will not be a Truck Series team, and your timeline for when you need to have a driver by, those kind of decisions.
I did say transitioning in. We did run one race earlier this year through help with Nemco Motorsports running Kimi at Charlotte, so we have the equipment started. We will run trucks also. We will keep the 18 truck going for a full season next year. We are just a few races shy of being full sponsorship on that deal, obviously, with last week with Dollar General and announcing those guys coming back to help us with the Truck Series program, and with the driver and all that kinds of stuff. It's all pretty much done. It's just a matter of waiting until the time in which the sponsor is ready to announce all that stuff.
Okay, let's go Bob, Tom, Don.
Bob Parker, Scene Daily. Just to clarify, when you said championship, did you mean driver championship or owner championship?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Next question is...
It'll be easy to go for an owner's if I'm racing the car, but not very easy to go for a driver's if I'm racing the car. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I'm in it or not yet.
Okay. And yesterday at the EFI test, Robin Pemberton said that maybe someday they could get to a point where, with fuel injection, where they wouldn't need the plates, that they could regulate horsepower in either electronically or some other way. Would it matter if the horsepower is would it matter whether you actually have a physical plate, or if the horsepower is the same, it's the same, it doesn't matter?
No, for instance, if you came here with a crate engine from your manufacturer that late models run now, they had put out 400, 420 horsepower or something like that, you would still have the same effect that you do currently with a restrictor plate. There's going to be no throttle response. You're trying to push a car through 200 miles an hour worth of wind with only 400 horsepower. It can only do so much. So I think restrictor plate racing is restrictor plate racing. Whether you're restricting it by putting a different engine in because it's got less horsepower, or restricting a 900 horsepower motor to 400 horsepower, it's going to act the same way.
Let's go with Tom, Don Coble, David Carabello. Raise your hand, Tom. Thank you.
Hey, Kyle. Tom Jensen, Speed. Congratulations on your new team. We've seen frankly, most of the news about teams this year has been bad. KHI shutting down, Roush might go down to a car, Red Bull might go away. How'd you get this deal put together? Was it just the right sponsor, time and place, or what led you to do this?
You know, it's obviously it takes funding to do these deals, and we wouldn't be able to do it without the partner that we've acquired. And with working with them and going through all the due diligence and getting everything put down on paper, you know, certainly it's been an exciting time. And, you know, we've been going through this process now for about 4 months. So, you know, we're ready and excited that the opportunity has finally come that we can move up to the Nationwide Series. We've wanted to do that at Kyle Busch Motorsports now for a couple years. We actually wanted to have 2 truck teams out of there this year, and we've kind of done that. We've run part-time with a second team, you know, so it's been good. But, you know, this just kind of takes us to that next level, and, you know, we'd like to make it a long-term partnership that it helps out over time. With the NASCAR, with the series, and making sure that Kyle Busch Motorsports can stay going.
Let's go with Don and then David.
Kyle, Don Culba with Morris News Service. Generally speaking, when you go to a racetrack, do you kind of have an idea of what you might expect on the race day? And is this the only place that you really have no idea what to expect? I mean, you know, it's like, I think Kyle Petty once said, it's like throwing 43 socks in a dryer and you're going to lose half of them and one's just going to fall out. You just want to be that one.
Yeah, you know, this is definitely a place where you don't have a notebook. You know, you don't come here with marks around the racetrack written down where you want to lift, where you got to pick up the throttle, all that stuff, you know. You know, for me, it's like going to Martinsville. You know, I've got a notebook for going there and understanding what it takes to get around there. Pocono, Charlotte, Indy, anywhere. Daytona and Talladega just doesn't happen. You know, it's all circumstantial. That's all it boils down to. You know, and whether that's luck or whether that's putting yourselves in the right position with the right people at the right time, it's opportunity. You know, you've got to maximize all of that. So for us, it's just a matter of coming in here, the best mindset, the best attitude we can, and to try to look forward to the race and what can transpire on Sunday to get ourselves a good finish.
Let's go with David and then Jeff. David Caravella.
David Caravella, NASCAR.com. Kyle, there's always so much talk about the restrictor plates here, but can you comment on the impact of the pop-off valve change and what it takes to how much finesse it takes to sort of manage your water temperature over the course of a race like this?
Yeah, it's definitely it's challenging that you have to make sure to not overheat your engine. You know, you've got 500 miles to race here, so you've got to make sure you're taking care of it for 495 miles of that. You know, it'll last running hot in the last 5 miles. You'll be fine with that, no problem. You know, you just got to make sure that throughout the midpoint of the race, or any point of the race, but until you get to that point, you're not pushing any water. So the pop-off valve will alleviate the opportunity to run longer behind somebody. You know, we were successful at maintaining a decent water temp in Daytona. The Gibbs cars were. And you really do have to work hard at that. You've got to stay out from behind the guy in front of you to get enough air into the grill opening to make sure that you keep your temps down. But other than that, you know, will it change our cars much? Probably not. Will it change some other guys? Yeah, they were running hotter than we were. You know, I think the Chevy guys, for instance, you know, they gave the okay to 270, 275 degrees. The Toyota guys, we only have the okay to 250. And we kept it right around 245, 250 much of the afternoon until the end. Then we got it up to about 280.